church, and welcome to another Thrive in 3. Today I have the privilege of speaking to all of our parents, guardians, mentors, or anyone who finds themselves in a parenting role of any kind. At Thrive, and as someone who leads in both the kids and youth ministries, it is our heart to partner with parents. We can't and shouldn't do this alone, but together we should accept the responsibility and privilege of shaping and molding the faith of our kids and teens. Proverbs 22 verse 6 says, "Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it." So today I want to give you 3 quick strategies on how to create faith moments with your kids and teens during the week. And I'm going to make it super easy as all of the words begin with the letter P. Praise, play, and pray. Let's unpack these for the next couple of minutes. Praise. At Thrive, we move towards Jesus by being with him, becoming like him, and doing what he did. And so one of the ways we can create faith moments and have faith conversations with our kids is by praising them when they do something that shows that they're becoming like Jesus, or when they do something that Jesus would do. Spot the good and praise them for it. This takes a lot of intentionality because we all know it's easier to notice the bad behavior from your child or teen. But when you spot your child sharing out of their own accord, stop and praise them for that. Then go one step further and talk about how this is something Jesus would do. When your teen has to forgive someone, praise them for that. Point out how forgiveness is a big deal in our faith, and when we are humble enough to forgive others, we look like Jesus. What we reward gets repeated. So let's reward our kids with praise and affirmation when we spot them looking like Jesus, and you'll soon see these actions repeated. But more than that, it will create moments in which you can speak into their faith. The second one is play. One of the best ways to initiate connection and faith moments is by having fun together. Now, parents, this is not another activity to add to your day, but something you can do while driving, having dinner, or during downtime. For example, you could learn a Bible verse together on the way to school. Each time you stop at a robot, the first person to say the verse gets a point. And maybe at the end of the week, points can be redeemed for ice cream, or if you have a teen, maybe some data. When it comes to games, Google is your friend. Find a game for a week, have fun with your children, and create faith moments that they will treasure forever. Again, this is a great way to build into your child's faith. Thirdly, pray. Pray with and for your children and teens daily. At mealtimes, before school, or just before they go to bed. Create a moment to pray together. You could use the following questions to guide this prayer time. What are you thankful for? Which family member or friend needs some prayer? What was the peak of your day? A high moment. What was the pit of your day? A low moment. Once you've spoken through these questions, you can each take a moment to turn them into prayers. And encourage your children and teens to pray out loud. This will go a long way in helping gain confidence, as well as develop their own personal prayer life with a Father God who loves them and cares for them. So to recap, the 3 P's of creating faith moments during the week with your child or teen. Praise, play, pray. We trust that the promise in Proverbs 22 verse 6 would hold true as you put these things into action. Have a brilliant rest of your week.